Hey everybody, I am here to give you a super brief rundown of this narrative essay that you're working on. So, hopefully, at this point, you have got some, if not all of this, already pulled together, but this will kind of act as like a checklist. Like, did I do these things so that I can earn a fantastic grade, or did I miss something? So, that's what the goal of this is. You see on the screen a version of the overview, the guidelines, right? So it is a 1.5 page MLA formatted, which the big things are it's double space, it's in Times New Roman or a similar font. Everything is uniform, size 12 font, and we've got those key things that we need in our upper left hand corner, which is called the label. So your name, your teacher's name, the course name, the due date, those things are all there. And then if you go to insert page number, you'll have it insert a page number in the top right hand corner, and you will just be able to click in front of that page number and type your last name, and you will be good to go. Okay, so that's the 20-second rundown of MLA formatting. Make sure you've got those things pulled together. It'll take you about just as long to do those things. So don't stress over that. This 1.5 page paper is going to be centered around a contest or a competition. Okay, so you can pick any genre. You can create your characters from scratch, or you can kind of roll with favorite characters from a book or a show. But there does need to be some type of contest or competition. It can be a sporting contest. It could be a baking contest. It could be some type of state fair where they enter their prize pig. It could be a fight to the death. It could be a romantic contest, like a love triangle situation where they're both vying for the same person's love and affection. It could be like you could be as broad and abstract as you want with this contest or competition, but it does need to be central to your plot, okay? And so what that's going to do for you naturally is to allow you to show character growth, and that's what we're trying to help you do. So your main character is going to learn something from this contest, from the outcome. Maybe it goes their way, maybe it doesn't, but either way, they're going to learn a lesson, and the rest is completely up to you. You get to fill in all the gaps, pick the genre, pick the characters, and kind of take your reader on this journey. So if you have read something before, you've read a narrative, right? Unless it was a historical nonfiction piece, you've read a narrative. So you have context, right? You are just writing a short story for us. You're going to have a plot, like we discussed, centers on a contest. You're going to use figurative language and sensory language, and the only reason for this is because you don't want to bore your reader, right? You want to engage them. When we read 0 Hour by Ray Bradbury, we talked about how much figurative language he uses and sensory words he uses to help us feel like we're watching it, not that we're just reading it in black and white. So give your reader something to imagine, right? And if you need help with that, there's a handout link on my message board, and I'll link it in the lesson info page as well below this video. But it breaks down all the figurative language that we talked about a few weeks ago, and the ones that are highlighted are just the ones that I think might be the easiest for you to use in this narrative story. So that's linked. Also linked, you have this narrative text planner. Do you have to use this? No. Will it help? Yeah, it will help you make sure that you don't leave anything out and that you've got your exposition, your setting. You've got some type of conflict, which is going to be your contest. You can kind of keep organized what point of view you're using so that you don't accidentally shift and start the narrative in first person and then end up in third person or second person. And it's going to help you just make sure you've got that big moment that the readers are waiting for, and then that you have some type of resolution. So I would encourage you using this if you haven't already. And it's linked in your lessons, and then I'll link it below this video as well. And then remember that this document exists. It's kind of just a step-by-step, helps you brainstorm and figure out what type of of narrative you want to write. It has the narrative text planner that I just showed you linked. It's got the figurative language handout that I just showed you linked. So lots of good stuff. And it kind of just walks you through the process. If you're like, I don't even know where to start, this is what you need to look at. Also linked below this video. And then the rubric is also linked in your lessons on the message board, and I'll put it below this video. So you can kind of just walk through and in real time click, yes, I have structure, and my structure creates the desired effect, whether that's mystery or tension or surprise, whatever it might be. And you can kind of keep track of what you've got and kind of know pretty much exactly how you're going to be graded, as long as you're doing this with an unbiased perspective. So hopefully that helps you like kind of think through like, yes, I've got what I need. The bare bones here is 1.5 pages, MLA formatted, centered around a contest, and includes figurative language. Make sure that you are, as always, running and submitting your Check My Work report. If you need help with how to do that, the tutorial is linked here as well. So please feel free to reach out to your teacher if you have any questions. You've got this.